Colorado taking Trump off the ballot. Well, what now the red states, some of the Republicans are threatening to take Joe Biden off the ballot. Mm, mm, mm. So Republicans are calling for President Joe Biden to be removed from state presidential ballots following the Colorado court ruling that Donald Trump is not permitted to be on its ballot next year. In a 4-3 decision on Wednesday, the Colorado Supreme Court ruled that the former president violated the 14th Amendment, which bars public officials from holding federal office if they have engaged in insurrection. In November, a lower court in Colorado had agreed with the plaintiffs, a group of Colorado voters, including Norma Anderson, a petitioner and former Republican majority leader of the Colorado House and Senate, that Trump engaged in insurrection over his behavior during the riot at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. During the siege, Trump supporters stormed the building in protest of his election loss. Trump, the front runner for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination, has denied all wrongdoing and has not been charged with insurrection. He has argued that courts do not have the authority to bar candidates from the ballot under the Constitution provision. Now, some Republicans have said Biden, too, should be removed from state ballots, though it is not clear on what constitutional grounds. So, a Republican, Anthony Sabatini, a Republican running for Congress in Florida, the 11th district, who previously served as a Florida state representative, wrote in X, formerly Twitter, remove Biden from the Florida ballot now. Speaking to Fox News, the Lieutenant Governor, Dan Patrick, suggests Biden should be removed from his state ballot in 2024 due to his administration response to immigration at the US Mexico border. Seeing what happened in Colorado makes me think, except we believe in democracy in Texas. Maybe we should take Joe Biden off the ballot in Texas for allowing 8 million people to cross the border since he's been president, disrupting our state, Patrick said. Political commentator um, Gunther Eagleman, he posted on X saying that Biden should be removed from the Texas ballot after the Colorado ruling. Peachy Keenan, a conservative commentator and author, took it a step further, writing on X, all red states should immediately petition their courts to remove Biden from the ballot. Yeah, I knew these Republicans were going to lose their minds. So, Colorado Supreme Court said in its ruling, a majority of the court holds that President Trump is disqualified to hold office of the presidency under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. President Biden didn't merely incite an insurrection, it added. Even when the siege was on Capitol Hill, it was fully underway. So he continued to support it by repeatedly demanding the Vice President Pence refuse to perform his constitutional duty and by calling senators to persuade them to stop the count of the electoral votes. These actions constituted overt, voluntary, and direct participation in the insurrection. Boy, it's going to be a lot of infighting this election season. So, reacting to the Trump ruling, the Trump campaign spokesperson, Stephen Chung, said they would appeal the decision to the U.S. Supreme Court. Unsurprisingly, the all Democratic appointed Colorado Supreme Court has ruled against President Donald Trump, supporting a George Soros funded. Okay, here we go with that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, he said the Democratic Party leaders in a state of paranoia over the growing dominant lead of Donald Trump has a mace in the polls. They have lost faith. And, they said Biden has failed as a president and are now doing everything they can to stop the American voters from throwing them out of office in November. The Colorado Supreme Court issued a completely flawed decision tonight, and we will swiftly file an appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court and a concurrent request for a stay of the deeply undemocratic decision. We have full confidence that the U.S. Supreme Court will quickly rule in our favor and finally put an end to these un American lawsuits. So that's how Trump's camp responded back. But, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I think we're going to see a wild and fiery election season. You got two people that already fought over the presidency back in 2020, and now they're about to fight over it again. And we know that Joe Biden's numbers are slumping, which means Trump really do have a great chance of winning. And to be honest with you, Biden is doing so bad right now. I think even without Colorado, he could still probably beat Biden. But that's my opinion. Biden still has not done a single thing to turn around the mess he has made. He certainly has not turned everything around with the Black community, who he really had a strong standing with back in 2020. But this time around, it won't be the same. You can best believe that. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.